Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision.
Hi everybody, it's Char and Sunny and we're in Burbank and I'm going to be doing man on the street readings. I love doing man on the street readings because there's no way I could know anybody or anything about anybody that I'm going to be talking to. So let's see what we can do. Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, I'm Char.
Char, I'm Denfield.
Denfield.
Yes.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Thank
as
you
well.
for doing this.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're tall.
I am tall.
And handsome.
Thank you.
Okay, so I need you to be open-minded about everybody living and deceased and
Okay.
not just think of one person.
Okay.
And if two people share the same name or initial, to be open about it. One person might be living, one person might be deceased, one might be a middle name, one might be a last name. I never know what I'm going to get.
Okay.
So just say yes or no, but don't say the name unless I say it first, okay? Because I need to know who I'm talking about. Okay, I see somebody who's like a Willie or William or a W with an L in it. Walter, William, last name Williams, Wilson. Do you know this one?
I'm not sure.
Do you have family like this?
Not that's coming to mind.
Think about this. Like a William or Willie or Wilson or...
Wow.
You don't know this person?
No.
Okay. Are you working with someone who's like this? Like a Bill or a William or... I feel like this is something.
I did work with someone whose name was Billy.
Billy. Okay, was this in the past?
Yes.
Okay, and are you in a new place now?
Yes.
Because sometimes I go to the past to get to the present to get to the future.
Okay.
So, and is this an advancement where you are now compared to where you were? Or do you want to make is there like an opportunity for growth or change around you now?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like you're supposed to take the plunge for growth or change. And I feel, would you go somewhere else as well, or just stay where you are and grow in this capacity?
There's been a shift from the work that I did with Billy
Right.
to what I'm doing now.
Okay, well what you're doing now I feel is better.
Okay.
And I feel like you just need to be confident about it because you're really good at this.
Okay.
And I'm also seeing someone who's a J or G person. Do you have family that's a J or G or?
My last name is G.
G, okay. Is it G with an R in it or an N?
There's a no.
But it
R.
starts with G.
It starts with G.
Is your dad deceased?
Yes.
I feel like your dad's with you, so his last name would be G as well, right?
Correct.
And I feel like you do something very different than what your dad did.
Yes.
And I feel like it's almost like foreign to him of what you do and what your life is compared to what his life was. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
But I feel like he's proud of you, but you almost had to get here on your own.
Yes.
He didn't really help you. He wasn't there for you. He was off in his own world somewhere, and he didn't understand you. He didn't understand because you want to reach for the stars, and he didn't understand that. Who was the person around you who drank or alcoholic?
Probably my
Was
dad.
that him? Yeah, because I feel like he had like some negative energies around him that he wasn't able to he wasn't able to get out of the slump, the rut that he was in with his world. But you chose him as your dad because you knew you didn't want to be like him.
Okay.
And he's apologizing for all that he did wrong, but also he's getting help on the other side, so he understands why you are the way you are and who you are now and how you're growing. Who's Annie, Anna, Ann, or middle name Ann or A? Is there an A or M? Was your grandmother, your mother?
My grandmother's last name was M.
Your grandmother's last name was M. Did you have any American Indian?
I'm from the Virgin Islands.
You're from the Virgin Islands, okay? Because
Arawak Indians.
Pardon?
Arawak Indians?
Arawak Indians, okay. I never heard that, but I feel like you have ancestors watching over you, or even spirits watching over you that are Indian. So do you have that in your blood then?
Yes.
Yeah. So, wow. And do you know someone whose name is Lolly or Lottie or Lily or Libby? I don't know, L.
Doesn't really matter.
Is there like a Lisa, a Laura?
My cousin Lisa.
Is she on the island or is she
No,
away?
she's in New York.
She's in New York. Are you supposed to visit her or connect with her? 1 second. Sorry. You have to wait till that noise goes away. I feel like you're going to be either hearing from her or connecting with her in some way, and I'm not sure why. But is her mom living?
Yes.
Is her mom having health issues?
Not that I know of.
I feel like that her mom, they need to keep an eye on her mom.
Okay.
And who's James or John or Joseph or?
No, I know a James.
Are you working with him or is this a friend?
Just a friend.
And are you making a plan to take a trip, like to travel, or did you recently just do this?
I've been planning on travel, yes.
Out of state, out of the country.
Yep.
I feel like this is going to be a good. I feel like this is a good move for you. Do you know someone who was shot or who was murdered?
Yes.
Was this a man? Was this a friend of yours who was murdered or family? Pardon?
Friend.
A friend. I don't know his name, but I feel like he's coming in here. And I feel like... 1 second, sorry. I feel like your friend who was murdered he knows that you felt bad about this. And was there any memorial for him, or did they skip it?
It was very minimal.
Yeah, because I see you didn't get a real chance to express your grief.
I was here, and this was back in the Virgin Islands.
But he doesn't want you to feel guilty or bad that you weren't there for his funeral, but he's saying that, did he also have some emotional issues, or was he in the wrong crowd of people?
Yes.
Because he's saying he almost asked for it. Like he almost asked for it. He got in with the wrong crowd.
For sure.
And then I'm seeing an R or B or R or D. I don't know where this is. And another J. He wasn't another J or G, this man, right?
No.
Is there an R or a B around here?
No, the friend.
The friend? Did he start with an R or a B? Was he spelled R-O or R-A? like Ralph or Raymond or Randy or Randy. So your friend who passed over's name was Randy.
No, his friend.
His friend.
Another friend of ours.
Another friend. Do you talk to Randy then? 1 second.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for all of that to go away. I'm so sorry.
Infrequently, but yes.
I feel like he wants you to tell Randy that he's at peace and he's found healing in the spirit world. I feel like also that life, because of your job thing, life took a different turn for you and you weren't sure about it, but I feel like it's a blessing in disguise for you and you're gonna like soar and do really well.
Okay.
Yeah, and go with it.
Okay.
Just go with it. And it's going to open other doors you didn't even realize it would open.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I appreciate
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure
For you.
It was very interesting. It was interesting how she referenced my friend back home that passed away, and a mutual friend with the R, my friend Randy, who I recently reconnected with, and yeah, just some good stuff. Just very interesting.
Had you ever had a reading like this before?
I haven't. No, it's my first
So tell
one.
me about that. I've never had a reading.
I've never had a reading before. That's not true. I actually have had one before, but I've always been very skeptical of them. And this was actually a really good experience.
Do you think Char is the real deal?
I would say so.
If that's me, the whole thought.
I think that she was really on about some very specific things.
Okay, come on in. Hello.
Hi,
I'm Char.
Leah. Nice to meet you.
Leah, nice to meet you. Okay, have you ever had a reading before?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Okay, good. Everybody reads differently, so I just need you to work with my process. What I do is a creative process, and I hear things and I feel things, and I hear initials, I hear phonetically. So when I give you an initial, just say yes or no or a name. Don't say the name if I don't say it first.
Okay.
You can repeat it if I do. And be open about everybody living and deceased, because I don't always know if I'm getting something from a spirit identifying themselves or if they're telling me about someone living around you. So just be open about everybody living and deceased.
Okay.
And, okay, well, first I'm getting somebody who's a B or R. Do you have family that's a B?
Yes.
A male B or a female B? B or R?
Female with the B, male with the R.
Okay, in the B name with the female, is it spelled B with an A in it?
Yes.
Barbara or B-A-R?
Yes. No.
But B-A.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Is this your mom or your sister?
Yeah, it'd be my mom.
Your mom. She starts B-A?
It's her last name.
Oh, her last name's B-A. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the R person, is that a male?
Yes.
Is it R-O?
Yes.
Robert?
Yes.
Is it your dad? Or,
No.
or family?
Family.
Your grandpa or your brother?
Brother.
Who's that? Your brother's Robert. Okay, he's living though, right?
Yes.
Is there a Ken or Kevin or Ken or Kay or Chris?
There's both. There's a Kevin and a Chris.
Who is this?
Cousin.
Are they? Why am I picking up on them? Did you talk to them recently, or you're really not connected with them?
Not connected with them.
Somebody's in here talking to me. Do you have a grandmother deceased?
Yes.
Is she an M or an N? Or is there M or N in her name?
The M, but it was a nickname.
Was it
wasn't
like
her.
Mima or
Yes.
Mima?
It was Mima.
Mima's in here, and she's talking about all her kids, like her grandkids, or you, and your, and she's, I don't know, she's got a plate of cookies or a plate of baked things that she
She always
things.
bakes. Yeah. She always
Yeah,
bakes.
she's got it. She's handing you her baked things. and she's really happy. And she's telling me about Rose or Rosie. One second. There's noise. Okay, sorry. Do you know why is she did she grow roses? I don't know why.
There are roses. She did grow roses in her house, but I also there's someone on the other side of the family
named Rose, or
Close.
who had Rosie, Rosalie, Rosemary.
Rosemary. Yes, my aunt Rosemary on the other side.
Is she deceased then?
No, Rosemary's living.
Oh, she's living, but she's on the other side of the family.
Yes.
Why would she tell me about her? Is there a health issue with her, or I don't know why, but she's acknowledging Rosemary, and I don't know why. And I'm also hearing a J name, like a family that's a J?
Yes.
A male?
Yes.
Like a Joe or John or...
John is my dad.
John. Okay,
And
John is your dad.
And my grandfather who's deceased.
Is that Mima's husband?
John?
Yes. They're together.
Yes.
And they're in heaven together.
Yes.
And they're watching over you in heaven together. Now, are you thinking about working in a sport, like doing something with work, or going to school, or training in something new, or training in something new for work, or anything where you would help people, or anything with healing or helping, or does
mom was a nurse.
Your mom's a nurse.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to do something new though with your career?
Maybe. I've been thinking about it.
Or do something part-time, like would you do something with a sport, or do something part-time with the sport?
I work with my martial arts studio part-time.
You work at your martial arts studio. Okay, well we're in front of a martial arts studio, so I know she works here. Okay. But I feel like that's a good release for you.
Yes.
That's a good thing, that's a healthy thing, and I feel like people really love you, and you're very caring, you're very giving.
Thank you.
You're like, you go out of your way. You're almost too nice. No, you're almost too nice, and you want to make sure people don't take advantage of your good heart. Does that happen?
I don't think so.
Good. Well, just don't let it.
I'll try. I won't.
Because all I know is that you have healing gifts, and I mean, you probably don't even know it. And I feel like you're gonna, I don't know. Do you have plans to go? Do you like animals?
Love animals.
Have you ever wanted to go on a safari?
That'd be awesome.
I feel like one day you're gonna. Is that like a dream?
I'm always up for traveling, so I would totally go.
I feel like one day you're gonna do something like that. And also, do you pick up stray animals?
I wish. We live in an apartment, so not really. I mean, there was a dog the other day who we thought was stray that my husband and I just kind of stood next to until someone came and found it.
Okay, I don't know what I'm getting. I think you're going to end up moving. Maybe, I think you're going to end up moving where you can have a dog. That's what you want to do, right?
I mean, I've always wanted the dog, but
I have a feeling there's going to be an opportunity for you guys to move. You're not going to stay at the apartment. You're going to end up changing and moving.
Nice.
That's what your goal is.
Do we have a time frame? Like,
I'm sometimes off with timing, but I feel like within 2-3 years. Does that make sense?
help a little sooner, but I'll take it.
It's within this time. You should start looking.
We are actually. We're actually looking to rent houses.
Well,
in this area.
I could be off with the timing because I saw 2 or 3, so could be within 2 or 3 months. I don't know.
I'll take it.
But I just see within this time.
Cool.
I'm sometimes off with timing. Or if I see a 2 or 3, it could be February or March.
There you go.
Because the second month, the third month. Was John in the service?
Yes.
Because he's in a uniform.
Yes.
He's showing me the picture of him in a uniform.
God, yes.
Did he have medals?
I believe he did.
Because he's very proud and he comes very young. There must be an old black and white picture of him.
Yes, my mom has it on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, he knows that she sends it out. And because when we pray for our loved ones on the other side, they know it, they feel it, they see it. And he likes your husband. You've got a good husband.
I do have a good husband.
He's adorable. And he's crazy about you.
Crazy with him.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Who's the D?
That's my other grandmother.
Does she start with D or her name's D?
It's nickname.
Dee Dee?
Yes.
Dee Dee's here.
She got both of my grandmother's nicknames. Mima and Dee Dee. That's my dad's mom.
Always listen to Dee Dee's here, and she's talking about somebody that. Did your dad have a health issue?
Yes.
I feel like he'll be okay, but did they give him medicine or
Yes.
treatments or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they can fix him. She's watching over him. They're watching over him. You have really good intuition. You always need to listen to your gut feelings and always act on them because you're very intuitive. You're very sensitive and you're very kind. You're woven from a special cloth. You're not like many people. And I mean that when I say it. I feel it when I feel your energy. Is your husband, did he lose a family person, your husband?
Yes.
A brother or a mother? Mother.
Yeah.
I was hearing other. Mother. I feel like his mother watches over you guys. Has she been ill?
Yeah.
Or emotionally ill?
Yeah.
Did she commit suicide? Or she was just mentally off?
She had substance abuse issues.
She had what?
Substance
Abuse. Yeah, because I feel whatever she did caused her death.
Yes.
Maybe it wasn't suicide, but the substance abuse caused her to die.
That was what they said, yeah.
Yeah, so kind of like suicide, but not. Or maybe there was a part of her screaming. You need to tell your husband she's getting help on the other side. They're working on healing her on the other side. Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look her down.
Yeah, I know the in-and-out's kind of foreign. Yeah.
Okay. Tell your husband that his mom is getting help. Is your husband hesitant about having children because of his genetics? His mother's genetic or the drinking issues?
Yes.
He's worried about having kids. Are you not sure if you want kids?
No.
You want them.
We're trying.
Okay, because I feel like you don't have to worry about the genetics, but I know that that's in his head. Tell him to get that out of his head. Don't will that in him.
I will get that out of his head.
Are you pregnant?
I wish, unfortunately, but Aunt Flo's there.
Are you?
Because everyone wanted to know that, but I'm trying.
Do you need extra help?
Any good vibes you can send my way, sure.
No. Do you like a doctor who gives you fertility or anything like that?
I just saw the doctor and he said just have sex.
Okay. Boy. I wish my doctor would say that. Doctor,
Good advice.
Doctor, I don't feel good. Char,
have sex.
just have sex. Okay. You're going to be pregnant. You will. And tell him not to worry about the genetics and stuff. And you need to tell him that his mom apologizes for the grief he went through. But we do choose our parents, so he must have learned some lessons with them. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're so adorable.
Key points.
So I just had my reading with Char, and man, she nailed both my grandmother's nicknames, not like Mima and Dee Dee, like who picks up on those things? She picked up that my husband's mother passed away early. My grandfather was in the service, and there's a black and white photo. Like when she got specific about the photo, my mom posts that on Facebook. Like on Father's Day and like during like Veterans Day and Labor Day. She's always like, her father was really big in her life, and my grandmother was an amazing baker, like bread and all these other things. Like all she did was bake, and my mom bakes, and that's where she got it from. The Pennsylvania Dutch, like that's kind of how they showed love. They made stuff and gave it to people, and that just, there's certain just little things she just nailed that was just crazy. I would totally do it again. Like I would want to do a sit down and just like take time so I'm not dealing with people on the street bugging and interrupting my grandparents. I want to hear what they have to say. So awesome.
If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me, or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. Hey everybody! You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done, it's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you.
Okay, we're ready for who I'm reading. Who am I reading for? Okay.
I'm Sharza.
Sharza?
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Char.
I know, and they call me for short Char.
Oh, how funny. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Okay, I need you to just look a little bit this way so you can look at the camera.
Okay.
So people can see your beautiful face. Well, you're going to see that one right there. Okay. Okay, so if you could just be open-minded about everybody, living and deceased, but don't blurt out names, because I hear phonetically.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get a name, sometimes I won't, sometimes it just depends on where I'm going and what I'm doing. So if you could just kind of be open-minded about everybody,
Okay.
that will help me. And if more than one person share the same name or initial, if there's two people, that'll help me as well.
Okay.
So, and be open-minded about everybody, living and deceased.
Yes.
Don't just think of one person.
Okay.
But, okay, so, I'm seeing somebody with an M initial. Do you have someone deceased that's an M?
Yes.
Is that a female? No. Or it's a male M. Okay, is he spelled M-I or M-A? Oh, don't say it.
Oh,
Just
don't
say
say
yes
it.
or no. And is there an R in his name?
Yes.
Is it M-O-R? Or M-O with an R in it?
Yes, and mom is a R.
Is it like Monroe or... But it's M-O with an R in it. Is this your father?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know his name exactly, but I feel like his spirit's trying to come in to you. And I feel like you were thinking about him, and I feel like you almost summoned him to come here. And he wants you to know that he watches over you, and that whatever was unfinished, was there some unfinished business?
Yes.
He's apologizing for what he didn't do. So he must have had some, I don't know, there was unfinished business that he didn't take care of or that he didn't help you with. But I'm also seeing a woman. So is your mom living?
Yes.
And do you take care of your mom, or you keep an eye on your mom?
I take care of her.
Yeah, because he's saying that you're, in many ways, you're a finer person than he was. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this, but I can tell you that it's great karma what you're doing with your mom. You're taking, whatever you're doing with your mom, you're taking care of her, and that's the most important thing. I see that there's a health issue around your mom. Oh, here you go. And has she had some issue? 1 second. No one's going to hear me, so give me a second. Of course, it's going to come right
What's the health issue?
right here. Well, in the middle of the, they have no respect for the dead. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I better leave that one alone. All right. Now, I feel like has your mom been dizzy or fallen or had some dizzy? Okay. I feel like there's something that has she been to the doctor about this? Because I feel like you need to get her to a doctor to help her with being dizzy.
Yes, she has been, but I feel like there's more.
You feel like there's more?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like there's more too. But the other thing is, you should not feel guilty, because sometimes you can't be there every second with your mother. You have things to do. You have a life to live, and I feel like you feel guilty because you're not there. Does she make you feel guilty?
No, but I feel guilty.
Well, you're not supposed to. You're really not supposed to. And you're doing the best you can, and your father's saying you're doing way better than he could. And who's the J or G person? Did you have a
J?
A male?
Yes,
J?
my husband.
Is he J-O or J-A?
Yes.
Like Jack or
J-A.
James or?
It's the last name.
Oh, the last name's J-A. Is it J-A with a C in it, or an N or M?
M.
Like J-A-M? Like
Exactly.
Jameson or James or something like that? It's J-A-M.
Yes.
That's the best I'm going to get. I don't
Yes.
always get the full name. I feel, is he helping you, your dad, your husband? Is he, or he doesn't help you as much with your mom?
No.
Are you upset with him because he's not helping you?
No, because he has a food place.
Yeah,
so-
because he's doing the best he can.
Yeah. No, I'm not upset.
And I feel like he's a good guy, but I feel like he gets frustrated as well. You know what? You two need a real holiday.
That's what he's been saying.
Yeah,
all
the
the
two
time.
of you totally need a real holiday. Now, I'm hearing your accent, and I'm not sure where you're from, but you're from Europe?
Yes. Yes, but you want me to tell you where?
No.
It's mixed, so
You're from a couple places.
Yes.
Okay. Is one France or
I
Belgium?
studied there.
You studied in France. Okay. Yeah. Do you speak French though?
Yes.
Okay, because there's a real connection with you with that. And are you? I feel like you want to do something work-wise, but it's difficult because of your mom. And I feel like you want to do something creative work-wise.
Yes.
And you're an artist in some way. You're creative and artist. So I feel like you're going to be able to do it all in its own time. And you'll be able to accomplish what you want to do all in your own time. And there's also a M, like another M, like a Marie or M, a middle name M or last name M. Is it your mom's last name or?
All of us.
Your all last name is an M. Okay. I feel like there's spirits around, like her mom, her dad, watching over you guys.
Oh,
And is there like a birthday coming up, or that just happened, or is coming up?
Coming up, yes.
Is that your mom's or yours? Or?
Both of us.
Yeah, because your dad's saying happy birthday. Yeah, and don't worry, because he's trying to do everything he can from the other side to make up for things. I appreciate you letting me talk to you. Oh, can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Thank you.
Okay, so tell me about the reading that you just had with Char.
Well, she was very on the dot. I did summon my dad. I knew when I closed my eyes and I was standing on the stairs. I felt him breathe and I knew it was him. He didn't, well, things were left unfinished because of the timing of his death. And I know he's there.
Was this a degree of comfort for you to hear that he's okay? And, yeah, tell me about that.
I kind of knew he was okay, but I feel like he's trying to help us. And I do need his guidance. And I feel like I was on the right path now. I kept having questions. Am I doing the right things?
So did Char help you sort of
come
to a little peace?
That was very, very helpful. I had that question, so it was answered.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm ready for my next victim. I like how you put it. Hi, I'm Char.
I'm Mai.
Mai, so nice to meet you, Mai. It's a pleasure. Thank you for doing this. I so appreciate it. Okay, so I need you to be open-minded about everybody, both living and deceased. And what's wrong? Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Okay. And if more than one person share the same name or initial, if you could remember that, and just try to be open about everybody. And don't just focus on one thing. And I'll do my best to see what I can see for you. Do you have someone who's a K or C person, like a Kai or Kathy? I don't know. K or C? No. You have no one around you like this? Is there a last name like this? No. No? Okay. And is there...
last name like that?
Yeah. Is that family?
No.
Or a friend?
No, not friend.
Was it a romance?
No.
Well, was it a romance a long time ago? A long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I might be getting that, and I'm not sure yet. And is that the last person you were involved with, or there was one after you?
Many after.
Many. And did you break off with someone? Did you recently break off with someone?
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, because I feel like you're in the market now, like you're open to date. Is that true? I feel like the last person you were with was not. I don't feel like they're working on it with you. I feel like they're done. Did you break off with him?
It's a complicated situation.
Is he married?
No.
Or is there another woman with him?
No.
Okay, but why is it complicated? Talk to me.
Oh, because I'm married.
Oh, you're married. I knew somebody was married. Okay, so...
But we are separated.
Okay, I get that. But I feel like that this other guy's like a rebound, and I feel like you're going to meet someone completely different than the ex-husband or this guy. I feel like this guy's only around because you're filling a void. You know, it's lonelier to be in a relationship and unhappy than it is to just be on your own. Because when you're in a relationship and you're unhappy, you feel the void all the time. So, but I feel like one day you're going to find that peace that you want and that happiness that you want. Do you have a desire to move move away or move out of state or move to another area?
Yeah.
Is it out of state that you want to move to, or just to another area?
To another country.
Another country. Yeah,
It's always been.
I feel like eventually you're going to go to this other country. Who else is an M with you? Like
M?
yeah,
With me?
connected to you, an M. Like, is your mom? Is your grandma? Is there anyone who's like a Mike or May?
Well, I'm Mai. My mom's middle name is Emmanuel.
Starts with an M?
Yeah. And
Okay.
My mother-in-law is
Okay.
Okay,
But the middle name is your mom's middle name is M.
Yeah.
Is it M-I or M like my as well? Okay. So, but she's living, right? Your mom. Is she in another country?
No, she's here.
She's here. All right. Does she understand why you're going through all this turmoil? Because I feel like she's going to support you and help you. But I feel like you worry about the money situation. Is there some issue about money or dividing money, or I feel like you're going to have an issue with money.
Oh, really?
Who's David or Danny or Dee?
Dee, my coworker.
Your coworker? And you work with them now?
Yeah.
I feel like your job is secure, but I also feel like there's a lot of change coming for you in your world. A lot of change, but good change.
Is it good?
Yep, good change, but I feel like you should not just settle down in a relationship right now. I feel like it's too chaotic. It's more, there's a chemistry. There's a chemistry, a sexual chemistry. There's more of a chemistry rather than really knowing each other. And you're going to go through this like hill valley thing, and then you're going to find peace and happiness. But you are going to go away. Out of state. That's what I think.
live permanently? Or just
Maybe a holiday. I don't know. I don't know. I there's a part of you that wants to live out of the country, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you give it a try?
I've been trying.
Are you trying to get a visa?
No, because the company has the parent company's in Switzerland. So.
Then keep trying, because I think you'll be happy going out of the state, living out away. And I don't know. I just feel like you're gonna meet somebody. Who's Lou or the L? Your mom's last name is L. Okay. All I know is that she's gonna give you some wise advice. Listen to her. But you don't trust her?
We don't talk at that level.
Yeah, but she's going. You maybe you should. Maybe you should, but I don't think you're going to be with either of these guys.
But my job is okay.
Your job is okay, but I feel like you should put in for
something
to move on.
To move on.
Yeah. Do you know Sam? Sam or Steve or
Yeah,
S?
Steve is my husband.
Steve is your husband. The one
And
you're
his whole initial is Sam.
His initials are SAM?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
He
so
should be somewhere around here.
yeah, but I feel like you're gonna. I don't think he wants to break off with you. I feel like you want to break
I'm
off.
like his mother. That's why he doesn't want to break off with me.
Yeah, you are his mother, but I feel like you need. Have you been to therapy together?
No.
Would you go?
No.
Then you're done. All right. Thank you for trusting me. I appreciate it. Can I give you a hug? Okay.
I had a reading before, a few after my dad passed. This one's interesting. It's a little bit vague, because in the short time frame. But at least she hit a few points that I was looking for, so that was good.
What did you think about what she had to say in terms of moving away out of the country?
I hope it's happening, because I always wanted to have that happen, but there's circumstances, so hopefully things will change. And like she said, my job will change, so hopefully that will be, a factor that would help me to move on to another country.
And what do you think about what she had to say about these two gentlemen at the moment?
Well, I don't have the second one, but the one is with my husband, so we'll see. I mean, there's a lot going on, family involved, so like I said, hopefully things will change, like she said.
Yep, a handsome young man. Come here. I'm Char. Emmanuel, so nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so I just need you to be open-minded about people living and deceased. And don't just focus on one thing. Be open about people living and deceased. And I might give you a name or initial, or two people may share the same name or initial. One might be living, one might be deceased. So if you can just work with me, we'll figure this out together.
Yes.
Okay? Now, I see somebody else named Manny. Who's Manny? Or Mary, or Manny, or M.A. Maddie. I don't know. M.A. something. Is there another Emmanuel besides you?
No.
Are you the only one?
Yeah, my family, yeah.
In your family?
Yeah.
Do you have a friend who is?
No.
Why am I getting that? Did anyone call you Manny?
One friend in El Salvador.
One friend what?
In El Salvador, which is my native country. So,
Okay, maybe. Is there an Edgar or Edward or Edgar? Who is that?
my dad
Your dad.
and my brother as well.
Your brother and your dad. Okay, so Edgar is your dad. He's living, your dad, or he's deceased? Your daddy's here. And I feel like one of the reasons you're having this reading is so you can know that he's with you, and that when you miss him, when you wish, oh, my dad were here to help me, he's with you. You need to know that. It's hard because you're young. He left when you were young. So, and somebody's working with their hands with tools. Who is that? Did your dad work with tools, or?
He was an engineer. So.
He was an engineer. Okay, that would make sense. Is there an L or EL or AL person around your family? Think about this. Does your mom have an L or EL or AL? Okay, is there an S or C?
My uncle, maybe?
Is he deceased? Your uncle? He's living. Is he S or C?
C.
Is he C.A.
Yeah.
Carlos?
Yes.
Are you close with him?
Kind of.
Was he connected to your mom or your dad?
My mom.
I don't know why I would get him, but who's the man that tried to be a father to you? Was that Carlos?
When I was little, yeah.
When you were little?
Yeah. After
I
my
feel like your dad is thanking Carlos for trying to take over to help you. Now, are you considering having your own business or running something, running someone else's business, or being a boss somewhere? Did you get advanced?
Yes. Yes.
Are you running something? Do you have people under you?
Right now, no.
But are you planning to do this?
Yeah.
I feel like your dad wants you to do this. Is it starting a business? What is this?
Actually, I was a boss before I got transferred here. When I got transferred here, I resigned that to just to get transferred. So right now I'm not a boss. But yeah, there was a chance actually that I got it.
I feel like there's a new beginning for you, a new business, a new working. I don't know, maybe you'll work somewhere and do something of your own, but I'm seeing an opportunity for you. Don't be afraid to start it. Is your mom in El Salvador?
Yes.
It must be hard not to be near your family then.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. But you needed to do this for yourself.
Yeah.
And you came here so you could succeed in business and work. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. And who's the young girl? Do you have a girlfriend yet?
No.
Are you open to that?
Yeah.
There's going to be a young lady for you, but you need to be careful that you find someone who's pure and sincere, who's honest, who's, I don't know, I feel like you're going to, there's a girl coming. And be careful of getting her pregnant before you're ready to have kids. You don't want to get stuck somewhere till you really actually know it's the right girl. But there's a girl coming soon. And she's going to come after you. So make sure she's the right one. A therapist once told me a lot of people end up in relationships because they're being pursued. You don't want to be in something just because someone likes you. You need to know that you're the prize. They're the ones that are lucky. Not, oh, aren't I lucky? They like me. Think like this, because there's going to be more than one girl, and we want you to have the right choice. Okay? Know that Edgar washes over you. Thank you. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, for sure.
So tell me what that was like for you, Emmanuel.
It was nice. I mean, actually, it's the first time that I got a reading, and I have to be honest. It's not that I'm a huge believer of that. I'm very religious, so for me it was like, well, should I at least do it? I mean, but once I did, it was like, well, when she mentioned my father's name, I mean, it's like, what are the odds that she could knew, I mean, my dad's name. He passed away 11 years ago, so just by hearing his name, it was like shocked. I mean, that's why it was amazing, because I couldn't, obviously I love my dad, I think about him all the time, but it's kind of nice for me to hear that he's right here and he's looking over me, so it was very nice.
What did you think about the girlfriend comments?
Well, actually, that's nice too. I mean, I've been struggling with my ex-girlfriend for almost 3 years now. And a few months ago I said, okay, now I'm ready, I feel ready to, like, it's not starting something, but I said it's not that I'm going to look for someone, it just has to be the one person that just get into my life, and I didn't even know, so that was kind of nice as well, because obviously it's not that I want to be alone for a long time. I've been alone, I have been enjoying my time alone, but eventually, of course, I would like to.
So if you had to kind of sum it up, like, you know, were you nervous about it, and how do you feel now that it's over?
Well, now I feel glad that I did. It was nice, as I said, to hear those things, to hear about my dad, and even know that there's a person for me, because I haven't been lucky with my ex-girlfriends, so it's kind of nice to know that there's a person in my future, so that was very nice, and I won't regret it doing that.
Great.
I want to thank my guest today. Thank you so much for joining me on CharVision. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great week.